Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. I have close to 18 plus years of experience working in multiple MNCs around the globe and having in-depth knowledge of DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. So I would like to introduce you one certification program in a DevOps, and that is we call it DevOps Certified Professional. Now this is a 2 months of program, 25 tools of DevOps you will learn, and apart from that you will also get the access to the LMS, lifetime access to the videos portal. It's a certification program, and you will have 25 assignments and 2 projects along with it. It's a completely weekend program, so here you have classes on Saturday and Sunday. So as part of this course, you will learn multiple things. Here you see that you will learn Linux, AWS, Docker, Jira, Confluence, Python, Git with GitHub, SonarQube, Maven, Gradle, Packer, Artifactory, Selenium, JMeter, Ansible, Kubernetes, Helm, Terraform, Jenkins, Datadog, Splunk, and Neuralink. Now, how do we, apply for this? So how can you reach out to us? So you have a WhatsApp number and email ID. So please reach out to us, and we'll help you to onboard this program. Apart from this DevOps certified professional programs, we are offering other certifications as well in a DevSecOps, SRE, and one of the very comprehensive programs which we have is in Master in DevOps Engineering. Yeah, so feel free to get in touch with us and then enroll for it. Thank you.
So this is a good one. If you look at this Prometheus, when you install, this is the Prometheus. Okay. So when you install the Prometheus, you will have storage. Okay. So Prometheus is a built-in storage, and Prometheus, you will have a one scrapping file, one file. Okay, scrapping configurations. Okay, so in the scrapping configurations, you can configure the exporter or client libraries or anything else also. Push gateway is not there in this image. So now the question is, what is a exporter? So exporter, basically what happens, let me explain it to you. This is a one machine, okay, and this is the one machine, and this is a Linux box, and here you have a Apache installed, and here you have a Tomcat installed also. So this Linux box, Apache is also there, and Tomcat is there. For every tools, okay, which you want to monitor, there is a one exporter. Exporter means the one component which export the data. Okay, so here if you see that, just click on the Prometheus exporter, just search for it here. So a lot of exporters you have, all database exporter, hardware exporter, messaging exporter, storage, HTTP, API based, and other also. So many exporters are there. So here what we will do, we will configure the exporter for Linux, and this will start making all the matrices available at certain endpoint. You will configure the Apache also, and this will also making it all the matrices available at one endpoint. Tomcat also will install the exporter, and you will do that. So now there is one endpoint for each matrices. Are you able to understand that? Yeah. Now what you will do, Prometheus you will configure to take the data from this endpoint, and from this endpoint. So this is called exporter. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll show you that's very easy, and that's not a difficult thing, because Prometheus is a pool based. So you have to configure exported for everything. So it can export the data for one at one HTTP endpoints. Now, second thing which you see is a client library. What is a client library? So client library is your applications. This is your applications running. Now applications is if you want to store some custom metrics from your of your source code, then exporter will not work because custom code only the logic you understand. So what you are going to do? So you are going to instrument using client libraries. Okay, so client libraries, I'll show you this for different languages. Here you have, see here, you have a Go client libraries, you have a Java, here you have Python, and here you have a Node. Okay, so these are the client libraries. So what you need to do, you know your code, and using the different client libraries, you instrument the code, and instrument will publish that some matrix through the code, through Python code or Java code at this endpoint, and then you can scrap from that one also. Okay, so this client library, I'll show you. For example, let's say,
One question I have here.
yeah.
So, what like do we require extra kind of uh, plugin for containers as well to check the matrices of containers?
Um, See here, containers, if you want the matrix of container, then you can ask a Docker. Okay, Docker, because Docker knows everything about the container, correct? So, huh. So, but for Docker, exporters are not needed. Why so? So there are few tools which has been developed recently, which automatically expose the matrix at certain endpoint. Yes, automatically. That means you don't need to install exporter for this. Automatically they expose the information at certain endpoint. So let me show you that list of tools which automatically do that, and that is called, see here. Some third-party software exposes matrices in the Prometheus format automatically. So no separate exporter are needed. And Docker is one of them. Make sense?
Okay. Yep.
So directly you can configure at certain endpoints. Okay, so now you understand this. What why we need exporter? Exporter we need from exposing the matrices for that particular platform or tool at HTTP endpoints, and then configure the scrapping. Now Prometheus will pull. Now sometime what happens? Sometime what happens? Uh, uh, Lots of locations where that not regular consistent matrices will be published. That's called short-lived data, like some irregular stuff. Okay, so short-lived data. So how do we deal with it? Or sometime what happens, scrapping is not possible. Let's say this is the server, and uh, scrapping means endpoint, exposing the endpoint. It's not accessible from the Prometheus server and that endpoints. So what to do? So that is where you can use a push gateway. Push gateway is one component, okay, and you can configure it. So this server will pull that data to the push gateway. It's a pull a push method basically, and all the data temporarily it will be available at the push gateway, and again Prometheus will pull from this place uh, whenever is required. So this is a push gateway required for the internal data also. Now, Prometheus has built-in service discovery. That means Prometheus can read the IP address endpoint from EC2 or Kubernetes pod and console and all, and automatically configure the scrapping endpoint. So that is also done. Now, Prometheus, you can write a rules and alerts. Now rules for what? So rules for, let's say there is a 5 matrix, and using this 5 matrix you want to create one special customized matrix. So this customized matrix will be written with some mathematical formulas, whatever it is, that we call it a rules. Okay, and alerts also you can configure. So whenever alerts trigger, it will inform the other component, which Prometheus supports, alert manager, and alert manager can be configured with some email or whatever it is. Now, so everything you have in storage. So for that you can set up a dashboard, and that is where the Grafana needed. Okay, so today I'm focusing more on Prometheus, then we'll have one more session on the Grafana accordingly. Got it, all of you? Architecture.
Yes.
Okay, so let's revise this official architecture one more time. This is the official architecture, fresh one. So look at this. Okay, so now here this is the Prometheus server, which you pull the matrices from push gateway, and here multiple job exporter and client libraries also include. Okay, and push gateway, the short-lived data is pushing here. Now here service discovery is there, inbuilt, so Prometheus will do that. And here this part dashboard is there, Grafana. Using the PromQL you can query the Prometheus. Okay, so basically you can directly query using dashboard, Grafana also. And here one smaller dashboard is also there, which you can use for query. Alert manager is a different component. So you need to write alert conditions. If alert matches, the alert manager will be informed, and alert manager will send the email or page update to whatever it is. Understood, all of you?
Yes.
Yeah. So now let's not get into the more discussion, because more or less we understood that. So now we'll set up the all these components. So first we'll set up a Prometheus server, then exporter, and then some of the rules and stuff like that. So let me start showing the demo directly. So I have a server for Prometheus. So here it is. So start this server. So any VMs you can take it up. Now the question is how to install Prometheus. So it's very flat installations, by the way. So you can use my tutorials also. So here, if you look at this tutorial, install and configure Prometheus server and node exporter at RHA. So this tutorial will install the Prometheus. So mind it here, Prometheus can be installed in any platform. If you look at this Prometheus download, this is the download here. The version is 2.39 and 1. So you can install for Linux also, Windows also, and Mac also. So every platform which you can install the Prometheus. So this is the Prometheus download. This is the Alert Manager download, and these are the sum of the exporters which you have. Okay, detailed list of exporter which I showed you here. You have. Okay, so now let's log into this machine and IP address. So my IP address is 14 today, so let me log in.
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@debugschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.